I have is that the most prolific free agent that's going to be sought after, I think it was Father Time, Chris, you said, right?
Got him.
No, I'm not concerned. I am not concerned. If anything, this should be concerning for the rest of the National Football League. And here is why. Tom Brady is going to have another piece of handlebars to really grab hold of, because everybody's going to say, oh, he's going to have surgery. He's 44. He's not going to be able to bounce back from this. That's going to be a little man on his shoulder that's going to tell him every day, they're going to doubt you. They're going to doubt that a 40-plus-year-old man can come back from surgery after winning it. Can he do it again? The cliff is right there. He's going to walk off and just completely fall and hit his face. He says, no, this is not what he believes. This is not what Bruce Arians believes. And I don't believe it either, because he is so unique. He is so disciplined, and he's always taken such great pride in taking care of his body, being healthy, and doing the right things to ensure that that is not of any concern throughout the regular season. Now, we all understand that injuries happen, things happen, freak accidents happen. But when it comes to Tom Brady, he tries to eliminate all those other outside variables as much as he possibly can.
Yeah, I like the point, but I still find myself being conflicted. Like, I totally agree with the things you're saying, G. I want to really just kind of expand on that, but then there's another part of me that says that you've got to be concerned with his age. There's no way to get around that. And we can play as much charades with this as we'd like to play. And he did just come off of winning a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP, and that isn't as impressive a feat as you could possibly pull off. But I still find myself saying, at the age that he is, how is his arm going to react? He doesn't know how it's going to react. I know he puts money into his health and his maintenance of his body, and, you know, the food that he eats and how much sleep and the oxygen that goes in his. I get all of those things, but at some point, the one thing that we are all guaranteed is that our body is going to fail us. Now, when you think about, will it fail you quickly, or will we see it happen during the duration of a period of time? I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm sold on the resume. I'm sold on the credibility. I'm sold on the equity that Tom Brady has built up through the years, and it makes me believe that he's indestructible. It makes me believe that if anybody can go out here and continue to play at that level and not fall off the cliff, it's Tom Brady. But I also look at the realities of, man, I think about how, and listen, I can say it, I played in the pros. I can think about how my body feels from days to day. I can think about how quickly I can go in a day from feeling pretty good to feeling really, really bad. I just don't know how his body is going to handle these upcoming seasons moving forward, whether it be the wear and tear of his drops, whether it be the torquing of throwing the ball, whether it be taking those hits, whether it's all of those things given. I think that it's safe to say we are going to start to see a decline. How rapid that decline is and how effective he can be and how much they can mask it with the way they call plays and with the personnel groupings that they have, that remains to be seen. I trust it. I'll say I'm going to go with it, but I am conflicted that I believe that age is going to begin to be a serious factor in what Tom Brady brings to the table.
Look, as great as Tom Brady was last year, and he was phenomenal.
Here we go.
He was as good as, he gets. He won the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, we've seen a little decline. You guys know, if you had given Tom Brady all of those weapons in his prime, even 5 years ago, his numbers would have been way better than they were, and they were good as they were. But they would have been the Randy Moss years type numbers, if not better. And so he was great, though. He didn't, he led the league in completions of 20 yards or more, and it was his career high, all right? He threw for the second most touchdowns of his career, which was 40, and then he threw for like the fourth highest yards total in his career at age 43. So he was phenomenal. And, Greg, I agree with you. I don't expect a decline. I don't think he will fall off. And I think that they should enter the season as the favorites to get to the Super Bowl in the NFC. But because I don't live in the wonderland that Greg Jennings lives in, where it rains rose petals and we eat chocolate for dinner and every day is Christmas, I must point out that Father Time is coming. And it could come next year. I'm just saying it's a possibility. He's 44. At some point, Greg, we're not going to be able to say you're gonna try to mock me. You're going to try to mock me, but these are Hall of Famers, so you should bite your tongue. Peyton Manning, from 39 touchdowns, 4,700 yards one year, to 9 touchdowns and 2,200 yards the next year. Your guy, Brett Favre, from 33 touchdowns, 7 picks one year, to 11 touchdowns and 18 picks the next year. Father Time comes, and when he comes with an elbow.
Oh. They say he wants the milk and cookies downstairs.
Let me just quickly say something. So I do a gambling column for Fox Sports, and I basically nailed exactly what was going to happen to Brady. The first 2 months will be rocky. Avoid betting on Tampa. After that, Brady always crushes the second half of the season. He is going to do the exact same thing this year. He's going to come out looking creaky, and Chris Broussard's going to do a victory lap. Oh, look at Brady. He's falling off a cliff. It's not happening, Chris. This ain't Peyton Manning. We need to stop with the Peyton comparisons. You heard Greg. There was a neck surgery. There were multiple neck surgeries for Peyton Manning. Stop. Don't bring it up anymore. Brady's 44. He's healthy. He's got an impeccable offensive line. Go look at the numbers. One of the top 10 units in the league. Greg, I hate to say it. I'm sick of it. Tom Brady's going to be back here. We're going to be here next February, 2022. Can Brady do this at 45? Greg, it's a lock, right? We're going to be doing this.
Yeah, I truly believe so. And the reason to that is because he takes care of his body, not just off the field, but even during game. Like, Chris, I get it. You want to compare. Everybody wants to always throw out Peyton Manning and Brett Favre and all these great quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterbacks, but they did not take care of themselves the way that Tom does, not only off the field, but even on the field, during play, during that 3-hour window. He gets rid of the ball. He doesn't really take the sack. Yes, it's counted as a sack, but he doesn't even really get hit. He just gives himself up. Like he's trying to save himself the wear and tear that we all endure. And then when we try to compare him across to other positions, that's not even fair. We can't even do that because he doesn't run routes. He doesn't give the wear and tear on his lower extremities. He doesn't hit guys like you did, LeVar. So his upper body and his physical body is not going to endure the wear and tear that you did or I did or so many other guys across this league do. He doesn't allow himself to go through that grueling process. I'm not saying he doesn't experience the wear and tear and his body doesn't ache, but I know this from experience. When you walk away from something or you stop doing something long enough, that's when your body starts to shut down. True. That's when you start to show your age. But he has not done that. He goes on vacation. What does he bring? His helmet, shoulder pad, football. He's constantly trying to stay active because he knows he can't take that extended period of time off like he could when he was younger, like we could when we were younger. That's why it's going to work. He has found a way to extend his career. I don't see it coming to an end anytime soon. Sorry, Chris.
It's uncharted territory, but I'm conflicted. I really am, because when Father Time on them stairs to go downstairs and get the milk and cookies, he's there to get the milk and cookies. So I'm just saying, I don't want to be in the kitchen when he come in there. I'd like to be somewhere different. And at some point, sneak up on you, you know? And it's going to happen to Tom Brady. As much as we think of him, it's going to happen to Tom Brady at some point. Now, the question is, will it happen on the field or not? Will we see it take place? Will we see it play out or not? And I think that that's the biggest key. But I'm not going to bet against him for certain.
Let me say this for the record. I expect Tom Brady to be great next year. right now, I'm thinking they get into the Super Bowl again. So I'm not expecting him to fall off next year. But I am just presenting the facts to our viewers. Because at some point, as LeVar said, Father Time is coming. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying it's a possibility at 44 years old. I don't expect it next year, but it's a possibility.